Hi everybody, I'm Shane.
I'm Steph.
And I'm Steven.
And this is The After Days, or at least the people behind it.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I'm co-writer and director.
I'm creator and writer and stuff.
I'm writer and editor.
So what's The After Days about? It's a post-apocalyptic satire which takes place a couple years in the future. Humanity's wiped out, resources are limited, and only a few people have survived. And
Sounds like a great comedy.
oh yeah, because like one of the coolest things about it is that since it takes place in the future, it can look back at like modern events in a satirical way. And, like that's what brought about the end of the world and stuff. Like people were so glued to their cell phones and the internet that they just lost track of reality. Like you had this idea about like the house is burning down or something because
And they're like too focused on their phones. They're like, shh, 1 second, but
it's
by
fine,
then it's
fine.
already...
like save the baby, you get that out of the house. You know.
Yeah, it's an extreme case, not absolutely realistic, but at the same time accurate.
Well, like-
accurate representation
Yeah.
of what people are like. Someone's on a first date and all of a sudden... Are you even on this date anymore?
Well, we also wanted to work with the fact that work on not the fact, but more like the idea of mutation as well.
Yeah, maybe talk about your butterfly idea.
Well,
Spoilers.
Spoilers. First off, we wanted to mess around with the fact of mutation, and I had this weird idea. Like we were just like spitballing ideas, like, oh, let's have like one guy like mutate with a rat, or like not mutate, but like I guess the word would be like fuse together.
Fused together, like
together,
the
I
fly
guess.
there, like that.
Kinda, and I had this idea. Like there was mention of a butterfly wings with somebody, and I'm just like, wait, we need to add a little bit with this. How about instead of just on his back, let's have him be like the most overdramatic character. We'll have him be like overly like not overly emotional, but like he just like worries about everything.
He's a neurotic character.
That's exactly, and then instead of having it on his back, let's have it on his finger,
Like
just
in-
flapping around
Right here.
Yeah.
It serves no real purpose, it's just there.
Yeah.
We just like I was spitballing with Steve to like build up like the episode with that character where like we make him like sound to be like this threatening menace who's like this totalitarian figure in like the apocalypse, but he turns
You better
out
watch
to-
out for the butterfly,
Better
man. He
watch out
comes
for the
out.
butterfly
He comes out at night.
he's gonna get you, but like he just literally it's just like wings on this guy's finger, and like his minions could be like afraid of him too. It's literally like the pilot episode is they try to find a pilot because like a plane goes down and they go like to find like the wreckage of the plane for supplies and stuff, but the pilot had turned into a zombie and he's like a friendly zombie.
And if we can't, fit it in an actual play in the shot, he could just be in a parachute or whatnot, and then we'll say it's a pilot, and then there'll be like this 10-second clip. Is he a pilot? And it's like just an argument for comedic
It's
sense.
an absurd.
Never mind.
It's absurd.
Grab what you need from him.
Well, we already have a name for the pilot, Shirley.
Yeah. Just knock off of airplane. Don't call me Shirley.
Yeah.
You're a funny guy.
Thank you. Well, basically, we're all pretty influenced off movies that we've watched over the amount of years, and me personally, like I'm pretty much influenced based off horror movies. So that's given the idea of the butterfly man with wings on his fingers. I don't know. I'm just more like I like writing for more horror and more like suspense.
Since it's a satirical comedy, obviously some of our comedic inspirations, I think Zombieland is the closest thing we can come to in terms of end of the world comedy, but we're thinking like an actual series here.
Well, like
I don't know. I thought The Last of Us was pretty funny.
well, like yeah. Well, like bringing up The Last of Us and The Walking Dead, there's like a big rise.
Funny
in, like,
if you don't think it's
zombie
great.
stuff. Well, it's funny that he doesn't think it's great. That's what's funny to me.
No, I just find it hilarious.
Anyway, my style of writing, I've always liked comedy and like really absurd humor and like satire specifically, like Louis C.K., Zombieland, another comedian like Bill
Very
Burr,
blunt out
Airplane.
there.
Really like in your face, kind of like taking things on their head and like making them not what they are. George Carlin's amazing.
He is amazing.
But I think a
So-
lot of the little gags that we would include in the show would be very subtle. Like this guy happens to have, backpack with every convenience survival supplies, and you're like, when did you think you would need this? Oh, I don't know. I just thought.
Are you Batman?
He's got a utility belt. And
He's got
whatnot.
shark
I got
repellent
this
spray.
from- What Batman? One cares like, what's Batman?
Like like very out there and very like. I guess that's the best way to put it. It's very out there, and I guess maybe a little bit over the top humor as well.
And I'd always liked the idea of like 2 points that like shouldn't be together, but like they kind of play off each other at the same time. Like it's like a very dreary dystopian world, right? But like it's a very lighthearted, happy tone to it. Like you got zombies.
Well,
you
we got a little bit of music
mutation.
going. It's like, I feel fine. I don't know what you're talking
Well,
about.
like the teaser I made there might not have exactly represented the show, but like the idea of like it's the end of the world and he's listening to that REM song.
Yeah.
It's
Maybe he happens to hate people. This is actually something I was looking forward to.
write that down. That's brilliant. Like this group of people, these survival of the strangers, these strange people who you don't think would survive this dystopian world.
Yeah.
And they're together, and it's just like how are they making it? And
I'm
losing my train of thought,
like their luck is so perplexingly unbelievable.
like
Like he's like, oh, I dropped something, and like, but some hunters that are like on
Like
the
an
go
arrow flies
shooting,
over
and
his
he's
head,
like,
he's like-
and they're like, that was our last arrow. We'll get them next time.
it's like a Three Stooges if they were in The Walking Dead, basically. Basically, it's like episodic. Like each episode would be like a new idea, a new theme, or whatever. Like parodying movies, parody music, culture, whatever.
And every season will have a new cameraman.
But I thought like a general idea for like season 1 basically is
Yeah.
if they find the pilot, the zombie, and he tells them about like where he came from, and it's like a I Am Legend sort of thing.
Right.
And the whole season is them just going to this place. It's just like an idea in the background,
Yeah.
but when they get there, obviously it'd be like something.
If something goes wrong, they're like, well,
That's what happens to me.
Well, like back on the road, like here we go, and then that's where the next season starts. But I feel like if let's say we were on our 5th season, and maybe they're getting a little desperate, they're getting hungry, they're starting to find
Like
it.
they haven't eaten.
Only
Are
the
we
fifth
willing?
season?
Are we willing to do?
Only at the 5th season?
Let me get.
If you liked The Last of Us or The Walking Dead and you wanted it to be seen in
A
more
comedic
of
sort
a
of
comedic kind of
fashion.
way, you'd probably like what we're going for.
Like if you kind of like Walking Dead or Last of Us in the way, and maybe I'd say maybe think Kevin Smith kind of way.
Kevin Smith humor, just with a lot less vulgarity, except for roasting the guy in the spit. That's probably.
If you were upset that the Zombieland TV series that only ended up having a pilot was really disappointing, then maybe this was sort of like,
remedy that hole in your heart,
yeah,
Your-
fill in that gap.
like that gap in your zombie heart.
That's your zombie heart.
It could be like Groot in Guardians of the Galaxy. Like he's
Oh,
like
I
innocent
like that.
and like.
I like that.
Actually,
But the reason why Groot kind of works is because he's has that.
I know, but
Rocket
I was gonna
dynamic, but I know
compare
you mean.
like they could like be like because there's lots of zombies in the world, right? And they're all like the usual like George A. Romero and like and then he could just be like picking flowers and daisies and stuff and be like giving them to them,
Yeah.
and they're just like looking at him like he's weird.
how about this?
Thanks.
We have a,
Even in an empty world, he doesn't fit in with his own
Yeah.
group of people.
how about like
Where he just sees life
we'll
as
save
beautiful.
like let's just say we'll establish his character like the first season and all that stuff. Then he'll start having like those urges.
That's good. He starts like wanting to eat them, his friends,
No,
or something, or
Yeah.
it's.
Goes, I love you. No, you appreciate and respect us. Because his version of love is very different.
He's just like reaching. He's like, I love. He's like, no. Should characters die? I guess. Yeah,
Well, we're gonna show.
Well, we have a cameraman die every season, so I guess it's kind of
He's always off screen, but you could hear him. Oh my god!
No, the thing I wanted to do, like, for every cameraman, he dies in like a random way. Like, let's just say the first season, like hypothetically, the first season he'll get eaten by zombies. Like he'll like the end of the season he'll fall into like some kind of like ditch where there's like or like some kind of like what is that? Like when you I think it's like a trap where you just put like grass over or like
A
bare,
hole
like-
in the ground.
like a hole in the ground and like let's say there's like zombies who fell in there as well.
Yeah.
And the
I-
second season would be like I don't know if he got shot through the
I
camera.
like the idea of like the cameraman always dying, and that's how you end the season. Like that's the last thing you see.
They grab the camera and are like, and so it continues.
like the
Even if you hate it.
rate it even if you hate it. Rate if you hate it. That's good.
Rate it even if you hate
hate us, share how much you hate us, because that's good publicity too. We have a Facebook and Twitter page, and we're on the ComedyCoup website. We'll probably provide. Well, you're probably seeing this on that site anyways.
At this
Yeah.
point.
Yeah.
Any support is appreciated if you like what you see.
Yeah.
We welcome you to help us get this
support.
working.
Let's get the dystopia going. Let's end the world.
Let's end the world.
Let's end the world.
Survival of the strangest.
Hashtag survival of the strangest.
All right, the strangers.
So bye. Until
Take
next
care,
time.
guys.